Minnesota voters failed to pass a constitutional amendment limiting marriage to being between a man and a woman. That measure needed 50% of the overall vote to pass. It got about 48%. Shane Lee speaks with supporters and opposers of the amendment.
Minnesota has decided marriage does not have to be between a man and a woman. Co-author of the failed marriage amendment, State Senator Paul Gazelka, says one explanation for the defeat could be the way the information was presented.
There was a lot of misinformation. There was not a lot of talk about some of the consequences that might happen if we didn't pass it.
The marriage amendment would not have changed any of the rules in Minnesota. The law currently states that marriage is between one man and one woman. However, with the DFL taking control of both the House and the Senate, that law may be in for a change.
By the DFL taking the House, the Senate, and having the governor and their platform saying they support gay marriage, next year I'll be very surprised if we do not have legislation that tries to pass that.
Hi, Julia.
One strong supporter of gay marriage is the Reverend Deborah Selly of the First Congregational United Church of Christ in Brainerd. Selly, in a word, is grateful for the amendment failure.
Really grateful to all the voters of Minnesota. Grateful to be a Minnesotan.
The United Church of Christ became an open and affirming church in 2000, welcoming the gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender community, or GLBT.
It's a tremendous relief for many of my parishioners, particularly the families who have GLBT members.
Selly says she hopes the amendment defeat will inspire legislators to remove statutes that prohibit gay marriage or that prevent Minnesota from recognizing same-sex marriages from other states.
Unless there's a few Democrats that have a different opinion, that'll be law next year.
The DFL appears to have control over what marriage will mean in Minnesota at the end of 2013. Shane Lee, Lakeland News.
The marriage amendment was supported by more than 50% of the vote in 75 of the state's 87 counties, including all of the counties in our immediate viewing area, but it was opposed strongly in several of the biggest counties surrounding the Twin Cities, such as Hennepin, Ramsey, Scott, and Washington, and there were enough votes there to keep the amendment from passing. Now, the constitutional amendment that would have required a photo ID to vote also failed to pass.
If you've enjoyed this segment of Lakeland News, please consider making a tax-deductible contribution to Lakeland Public Television.